Project Youth, yeah, is basically Saka and Smith-Rowe and Martinelli. Yeah. Right. He's brought in Odegaard. Well, sorry, Dan James has done better than him this season, statistically.
You think Dan James had a better season than Odegaard?
Well, this lot go off of stats, so let's use the stats then, shall we? Because Dan James had more goal contributions than him this season, or assists this season. Yeah, he's had more big creative chances than him this season. Kyle Walker-Peters has as well, by the way. Yeah, but this was the creative spark we were missing at Arsenal. How comes he's only got 6 goals then? How comes Kulusevski's coming in January, didn't play a game until 19th of February and had a better output than him in a worse team, apparently?
But what do you think, though? Because you don't go by stats. You go by eye test. You wouldn't say
I go by eye test. Martin Odegaard is useless. Not good enough for Arsenal. Real Madrid, name me 10 players in the last 20 years that Real Madrid have let go that have gone on to bigger and better things. You can't.
Not
Real
very
Madrid don't get it wrong often, mate.
I understand that, but you think Odegaard's been worse than Dan James for you?
No, I'm saying statistically, because our fans love stats. They love XG, they love XP, they love X this. Yeah, how about XB? X bullshit. Like, how about that?
He has not been bad for you, especially the second half of the season. He is.
Did I say he has been bad?
What are you saying? Why are you saying that?
Yeah, and he is.
Oh, hang on. I didn't say he was bad. I said he was dog shit. So I wasn't harsh enough, is what you're saying.
Sorry, I'll give an example, right? I'll give you an example, right? Arsenal fans love a number 10 that don't score goals. Yeah, they love Mesut Ozil. The guy never really done anything. Oh, but he's got nice passes. Oh, he gets an assist. Martin Odegaard this season, right? I wanted Maddison. Yeah, and people were cussing me at the start of the season because Maddison went about 10 games without getting a goal, right? Now go and have a look at Maddison this season. Go and have a look at the goals he's scored. Go and have a look how many times he's run a game. Yeah, I don't care that Leicester are down the table. That player is specifically, yeah, compared to Martin Odegaard, one was 70 mil, one was 30 mil. We chose to go for the 30 mil option, right? James Maddison will score more goals from midfield. He will create more from midfield and is a better all-round footballer than Martin Odegaard, right? But because Martin Odegaard is a nice, good-looking boy, he's got a nice smile, and he's friends with Erling Haaland. Oh, well, by the way, what happened with that one? Because I thought he was getting Erling Haaland to Arsenal.
Come on, Lee.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
So what I'm hearing here is what you're essentially saying is it's not about how good a player looks; it's about what they deliver, essentially. And he ain't delivering.
For Arsenal fans, it's all about looks.
See, but
I'll give you another example, right? Because
what do you think?
Holding is a better defender than Ben White.
What?
What do you mean, what?
We're going to move on to that in a minute, though. I want to say this, but a few weeks ago on here, you were telling, like, you were talking about someone like Bruno Fernandes not being a good number 10 because it doesn't matter how many he scores, how many assists, or how much he creates.
Yeah, the stats only back up the eye test. Bruno Fernandes is useless. The guy can't pass. Yeah, like, he can't pass a move. Yeah, he has the glory goal. Yeah, the nice little assist here and there. Yeah, he is not a great footballer.
So what you actually want is them to look like Odegaard but deliver the outputs of a Bruno.
No, I just want winners at my football club that are going to win me a title because that's why we
but individually, for you
last
to be
season, Bruno Fernandes scored 29 goals, right? Or 28 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was getting gassed that he's like the best. He's up there. He's better than De Bruyne. He's better than this. He's better than that. Yeah. Okay, cool. He had 43% pass accuracy in one half of football the other week. 43%. Why can you not pass the ball?
But that isn't really the point I'm getting at. Like, I'm trying to ascertain like this element of. So you want them to like look and play like an Odegaard, but deliver like a Bruno. If you had 11 players doing that,
I don't care about their looks, Terry. Yeah. In fact, if anything, I just want a bunch of ugly bastards.
But the how someone looks is important. Bruno looks bad because he does give away those sloppy passes.
No. I meant looks as in looks.
Oh, physically look. No, I'm not worried about how they look physically, bruv. I love Wayne Rooney. Yeah, I mean, I love those players, and he weren't much of a.
And that's what I'm saying, Terry. Right?
Okay,
our fans gas up people. We have to have a pretty team. You'd have to be pretty. Everyone has to have nice tats, pretty face. Yeah, we have to have a dream of. Oh my God, Martin Odegaard. Yes, the creative spark. That's all I've heard. When Martin Odegaard signed for Arsenal officially as a full-time player for Arsenal, not on loan. Yeah, there was an article that did the rounds. Which is the first time I ever stumbled across the metric XT, expected threat. What does that even mean?
Yeah? Who made that up?
Well, they made it up to make out that Martin Odegaard had a better expected threat than Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, and this is my point with it. When you
Wow.
actually watch, like, stats can be deceiving in any way, shape, or form. The fact and reality is, stats can also back up an eye test for good or for bad. Yeah. So, for example, when I watch Bruno, I just think he's lazy. I don't see him ever pressing. He's not that great, but his stats were putting him above the level I think he is in terms of output. Yeah, right, which is cool. But that has a short time span, because eventually you go to the level the eye test is telling you, which is he's done this season, right? Martin Odegaard,
Yeah.
Martin Odegaard came in as this creative spark. Based on what? He played 11 times for Real Madrid.
I understand where you're coming from. I get your
He played more for us on loan last season than he did for Madrid ever.
I get your point. We know me and you disagree on Bruno Fernandes, and you'll see him back to his best next year with Eric. But that's another conversation for another day. I think on Odegaard, I understand the need for more goals, more assists. And I think all of your attackers need to add more of that to their games. But in terms of the flow and the play and the style of your football, as he's got better, Arsenal have looked better. I think what you need more of is some older, more experienced players or some additional killers in your team. Because
so to go away from Project Youth, then, you mean?
Well, Project Youth is a base. And I would say this. If you look at the great academy players that came through at Man United class of 92, you had I can't remember what their academy calls. Is it La Decima or something? Barcelona, when they had
Messiah.
Yeah, when they had Messi come through and Busquets and that crop of youngsters.
Yeah, but we're talking like once in a blue moon.
No, I understand that, but the point is, I'm not comparing your youth players to the class of 92 or Messi's era. What I'm stating is that both those young groups of players came into a team that had a core of very experienced, good players. I understand calling it Project Youth. I don't really care about that element. If you had two or three.
Very good. I'll let you finish, and I'll tell you why.
I get that. The PR element of it, I'm not that interested in. It's more if you add a better spine now, some more experienced players. I think these individuals can raise their game even further. I think asking for another season for the young talent to be the talisman, to be the linchpins, to be the spearhead. I actually think that's quite dangerous for Arsenal Football Club to do, because the pressure is very, very hard. You need these young players to have more experience around them so that they're able to flourish and grow and actually make their mistakes without everybody putting too much pressure upon them. And that's, again, I look at my club in our heyday, in our pomp, we developed some very young players, some through the academy, some that we purchased. But when Wayne Rooney came in, as an example, in the summer of 2004, yes, we looked at him as this great light for the future, but Ruud van Nistelrooy was our main striker. You know, we had Paul Scholes and Roy Keane in the middle. They were our leaders. Nobody looked at Rooney and said, right, you need to win us the league now. That's what I think Arsenal and Man United have been in this position as well as in recent times, where all the pressure's on the youngsters to deliver. And I think that element needs to be kind of changed. But I think Odegaard had a very good second half of the season for you. Does he now need to go to another level? Does he need to increase? Do some fans overhype him? Yes. I want to